Hey, Tomislav, Jack here from the IndieX team. Hope you're doing well, man. Coming at you today to a response to your question in our hot seat database about, and a good question, about live show marketing, ad campaigns in particular. So, for the rest of y'all, Tomislav said, "Hey, Indie team, I was wondering about Facebook ad campaigns for shows. Would it be beneficial to make a separate campaign for every show where you target your warm audience, as well as maybe a lookalike in the specific region where the show is, or would it be better to have a list of shows slash dates to promote your whole warm audience and say something like, 'Hey audience, we have new show dates and you can see them on our website, get your tickets, etc., etc.'" I'm asking because the audiences in a specific region will always be smaller than the ones in a whole country, for instance. So I feel that having a larger audience for Facebook to optimize on will be better, but then you have no control over what shows in that list will get more traffic and subsequently more conversions. Tell me if I'm wrong and please solve this conundrum for me. Thanks in advance. This is a great question. I've run a lot of tour marketing, live show marketing campaigns, and like 9.9 times out of 10, individual show campaigns outperform, singular kind of tour list campaigns. And I've run a number of those. Sometimes an artist just wants to get their general tour promo video out there. But in most cases, like you said, that really doesn't perform all that well, because for one, you really have no control over what regions Facebook is going to drive the most traffic from, allow the most spend to go towards. It's going to be eaten up by where you get the most engagement, and then you might have some really lopsided ticket sales. So that's just one reason why that doesn't perform super well, to do it to a wide country-based audience. For example, if you were doing like the whole United States, typically don't see that perform very well, and not a recommendation that I make often. So generally speaking, individual show campaigns tend to perform best. We go over this a good bit inside of the selling tickets for live shows here inside IndiePRO. I'm going to just show it to you real quick in case you haven't gone through this. And we're actually in the process of doing some updates to this training shortly here, which is going to be good as well. But to give you some insights and thoughts into that, something that we have recently been seeing even more and more success with is, if you are finding that you've got too small of a warm audience in a specific region and you wanted to run an event response campaign, doing so with cold traffic and then retargeting that cold traffic, those event responses later, can be just as effective, and it tends to get your warm audience in it as well, which is great. So that's something to think about and consider, but I hope that this helps. I would say individual show campaigns, as long as your budget allows for it. That's one of the other reasons that sometimes the kind of wider, like, here's my whole list of tour dates comes up, is because the budget is just so minimal. But in that case, I would probably recommend being more picky and choosy about what shows actually need to have spend versus the ones that don't. So hopefully this helps and gives you some good ideas and some runway to work with. See you soon.